if you know, being a UK Eurovision fan is not something we take lightly at all, purely because we've gotten 0 points last 2 years in a row. And I want that to change, obviously. So I'm going to tell you my prediction or my top 5 artists/bands that I would love to represent the UK at Eurovision in Vienna. Now, obviously, this is going to go ahead on the 16th of May. In Vienna, Austria, obviously purely because JJ won last year. But before I do, make sure you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for Eurovision content because I'm doing reactions to this year's season of Eurovision. Yeah, so I think without further ado, let's move on to my top 5 of who I want to represent the UK at Eurovision 2026. Let's go. Now, I say this every year, specifically for my country. It's not about the artist, it's about the song mainly. I just want something different. Maybe like a ballad or remember Monday a country about why didn't we get a country song? We just got kind of the same song over and over again. However, obviously I put in a top 5 of artists I would love to see at Eurovision 2026. And yeah, I'm gonna show you because that's literally the video. Yeah. Okay, coming in at number 5, we have Miles Smith. Now, he is absolutely incredible. He kind of does like ballad pop music, but it's definitely something different to what we've currently sent in the past, and I think he'll definitely be really good. I think Stargazing, which is one of his biggest songs, I think if that was sent for Eurovision, that would have actually put him in my favourite entry so far for the UK, but he hasn't gone yet, and I really love a ballad this year at Eurovision for the UK. I mean, we're not going to win regardless of the bloody song, so I mean, we're just going to need to put it out there, won't we? I love his music so much. He's so cool. He's great. He's amazing. He opened for Ed Sheeran last year. He's just absolutely phenomenal. I think he got a Brit Award last year. I might be wrong. No, he did. He did get a Brit Award last year. So I think he'll be really good. Song-wise, I don't know specifically. But I think Miles Smith will be very cool for Vienna specifically because I think with like the visuals that we're potentially gonna have, I think it's gonna work so great. But yeah, Miles Smith is one of the options and it's currently my number 5. It might change, it might not. But anyways, let's move on to my number 4. Let's go. Okay, the next artist I would love to see for the UK at Eurovision is probably one of the best voices I've ever heard in my life. Their voice is so pure, so perfect, so amazing. I go back to the ballad route as well. I think if they gave her a ballad, it'll be absolutely phenomenal. It is Perry from Little Mix. This woman has probably one of the most greatest voices in the world. I think she got asked if she would would she do Eurovision. I think she would say yes. I've kind of said this from like last year as well, maybe the year before. I would love to see her at Eurovision. I mean, I always say this every year. I want either someone who I know is going to be decent and get more than 0 points, or someone who I've never heard of and they come from Eurovision. Kind of like Remember Monday last year. I didn't know who they were and they came up from Eurovision and it ended up being my first concert. So there you go. Power of VSC right up for ya. But I have Perry's debut album. It is phenomenal. And it is her voice, like she could just hit the notes, and I think she'd be absolutely amazing at Eurovision. Song wise, I think obviously going back to Ballad Route, I think Ballad is good, but I kind of also feel like a kind of a bop would be alright, just like a really high note at the end. I definitely think she'll definitely give us more than 0 points, because if you're gonna give Perry Edwards 0 points, you just get out of here. But yeah, Perry is number 4. Let's move on to my top 2, who I would like to represent my country at Eurovision 2026. Please ignore my sister in the background. Let's go. Okay, going back to what I said in my intro with artists and bands, I've actually put one band in here, purely because I'm not really big on bands, but because I normally would like prefer them like if they just were at Eurovision. I didn't know who they were. But a band who I've loved since the last 3 years. They were actually my number 2 artist in 2024. They sadly did not get on my last year's rap kid because I didn't really listen to them as much. But I still think they were really good. They are a band called Absent Mind. Now, most likely you would never heard them. I know I've known them for ages. Like, they are just so cool. They're young, they're fresh. I'm gonna say it's gonna get the girls. So now it's gonna get the girls if they get selected. I think they'll be absolutely amazing for it. I don't know perfect for it, but I think they will have a good chance. I think definitely with like their genre that they make, they kind of give them one direction. Not really sure. But I kind of feel like with staging, they would actually be really good. Plus, we've not really had a boy band since like the 2010s, so I'd love to see a boy band there. Specifically then maybe some others, but I don't really listen to many bands. But I think with their songs, I think any of their songs would be good for Eurovision. Winning, I don't think so. However, I think they're still a shoo-in with a good chance of either potentially representing us or going to Eurovision as a whole. I think the thing with UK artists that if our song that we had was for a different country, we would get points, which is a bit random, and I don't really get it. But then, to be fair, having 0 points in a row is actually kind of embarrassing. Like, a song's okay, it's always down to performances and what everyone likes and all that yada. But yeah, I would love to see Absent Mind. I would love to see a boy band in general, not just Absent Mind. But yeah, I think either Absent Mind, a boy band, or yeah, just a boy band. That'd be amazing. However, Absent Mind are my number 3. Let's move on to my top 2 of who I would like to see represent the UK at Eurovision 2026. Let's go. Okay, so my second most wanted act for Eurovision 2026 is actually I've been manifesting her since 2023 to do it. It is Cat Burns. Now I've got a very, very strong prediction. It might be Cat Burns this year. Purely because she's been promoted a lot on BBC. So I think she'll be really good. And she was gonna be my number 1 until I saw my actual number 1, and I was like, yeah, then no. But when I tell you we need Cat Burns at this Eurovision this year, if it's not her, I would be very happy. I mean, obviously go back to the boy band thing, but I have been manifesting Cat Burns to represent the UK at Eurovision since 2023. So it's 3 years I've been wanting, and she hasn't got it. I think purely because of all like her things on like TV shows, and then now she's getting booked on other shows. I think she'd be really good. I think she's kind of like got a Miles Smith vibe to it. I love her songs. I am obsessed with her. I do have a latest album, and it is phenomenal. It is amazing. And I was like, get this girl to Vienna now. That's all I'm gonna say. I think if we had one of her songs on our album, I think we need a specific one, but I can't call which one we need. But yeah, I think Cat Burns, she's just absolutely amazing, and she's just so good. And I think she's definitely different from everybody else. Like, her songs are just like so pure and just, they really like grab your attention, But yeah, I mean, I've asked her for no, I have not. I've been asking myself for 3 years, so hopefully one day get Cat Burns to represent UK at Eurovision, and let's hope it's this year. However, if it's not, I won't be too sad. But yeah, but yeah, Cat Burns is my number 2. Let's move on to who I mostly want at Eurovision this year, specifically for the United Kingdom, UK. Let's go. I kind of feel like my number 1 is like not a shock ever, but the number 1 artist / band that I would love to see in Vienna, before you ask, they are in the age limit so they can participate, is none other than the icon herself, Miss Freya Sky. Can we get that girl to Vienna now? Please! Obviously she's I don't know if it's officially confirmed, but Zombies 5 film is going to take place in May, so maybe she could maybe the film might start filming after 16th of May, because it's kind of sounds silly to do it really, really early in May. However, she's going on her first tour in the US and did announce a UK date. Not all of them, but I really hope she comes to my city. Most likely not, but Miss Freya Sky, obviously she's a junior Eurovision 2022. Everyone knows that. Everyone's been begging her to go to Eurovision, including myself. I think she is the number one person to go there. But I think the problem is, if she does get asked, I think most likely she'll say no, purely because she's only 16. So, I mean, plus she's already got 10 million streams, almost every song of hers, which is absolutely phenomenal. She's getting so much praise on TikTok. I mean, she's big in America. No way she can't be big here in the UK. I mean, she was already big during her time at Junior Eurovision. I think, yes, her songs kind of are in a similar route of what we've already seen in the past. However, I feel like with her popularity and what it currently stands now, I don't think we'll get 0 points with Freya Sky, because that saying 0 points to Freya Sky does not sound right at all. I mean, get that girl to Vienna now. I'm saying it now. That's all I'm going to say. On that note, that is who I'd love to see at Eurovision for my country, the UK. If you like this video, make sure to give a big thumbs up and subscribe for more Eurovision content. And I'll see you next time. Bye.